More updates on the new Ferrari concept have been revealed. Charles says he is ready to challenge for the titles, and McLaren is looking like the team to beat this season. Do consider subbing to the channel. Let's get straight into the latest F1 news. In the world of Formula One, discussions often turn to the legendary talents of drivers. Recently, one of the biggest conversations has centered around Lewis Hamilton and his potential move to Ferrari for the 2025 season. Max Verstappen, a fierce competitor on the track, has shared his thoughts on whether Hamilton can maintain his elite status in the sport. Max is convinced that Hamilton will never lose it. After all, the seven-time world champion has always showcased an exceptional level of skill and determination throughout his career. As the new year dawns, Hamilton embraces a fresh chapter as he makes the transition from Mercedes to Ferrari, activating a release clause in his contract, which many see as a strategic maneuver for his racing future. Last year, we saw Hamilton experience the highs and lows of his final campaign with Mercedes. He ended it on a positive note, finishing fourth in Abu Dhabi, but the road was far from smooth. Despite securing wins at iconic tracks like Silverstone and Spa, he faced major challenges, specifically in qualifying, where he suffered a significant defeat to teammate George Russell, 19-5. Qatar marked a particularly tough moment for Hamilton, as he openly admitted feeling definitely not fast anymore, following another loss to Russell in that one-lap battle. These moments raised questions about his form, and while some might interpret these as signs of decline, Verstappen offers a different perspective. He suggests that Hamilton's struggles stemmed more from a lack of motivation, partly due to knowing he was leaving Mercedes after a significant tenure. Verstappen commented, "It has been tough for him to get motivated fully this year because he knows he is leaving the team." That's a sentiment many athletes can relate to. Once you know you're moving on from a situation, it can influence your performance. However, Verstappen also pointed out that when the pressure was on and Hamilton had a competitive car, he would rise to the occasion. As soon as he had that competitive car and there was a chance of winning, you could see that he really stepped up, Verstappen reflected. But conversely, there were moments when the car's performance didn't meet expectations, and Hamilton appeared to take a step back, showing that even champions have their off days. Looking forward, with Hamilton gearing up for his new challenge at Ferrari, the narrative shifts. He enters this new chapter with a spirited desire to show that he remains one of the top talents in the sport, especially as he nears his 40th birthday. This move is not just a transition, it's a mission for Hamilton to re-establish his supremacy in F1. Verstappen remains firm in his belief that we're unlikely to witness a decline in Hamilton's performance. "I don't think he will ever lose it," he asserted confidently. With a career filled with milestones and records, Hamilton's legacy is already secure, and as he heads into this next phase with Ferrari, fans and competitors alike are eager to see what he can accomplish. As the countdown to the new season begins, the motorsport world will be watching closely, ready to see if Hamilton will indeed prove that he's still at the peak of his powers, or whether the whispers of decline were merely the noise of a transitional period. Either way, the excitement around Hamilton's journey is palpable, igniting discussions and anticipation for the races ahead. As we look ahead to 2025, it's clear that Lewis Hamilton's move to Ferrari is stirring up quite a buzz in the F1 community. This shift isn't just about changing teams, it's a new chapter in a legendary career where Hamilton aims to prove he's still a formidable contender as a seven-time world champion. In 2024, Max Verstappen triumphed, securing his fourth consecutive world championship. He faced stiff competition from McLaren's Lando Norris, who played a crucial role in helping McLaren clinch their first constructors' title since 1998. Meanwhile, Ferrari fought hard but ended up in second place. Now, with Hamilton alongside Charles Leclerc, the Ferrari duo is determined to bring the Scuderia back to the top of Formula One. However, the race won't be straightforward. Verstappen, ever the keen observer, warns that Hamilton's success will heavily depend on the car's performance. "It will depend on the material he has got," Verstappen stated. This adds an extra layer of intrigue to the upcoming season. Can Hamilton adapt and excel with his new machinery? Amid this reshuffle, there are also changes at Red Bull. Liam Lawson is stepping up as Verstappen's new teammate, replacing Sergio Perez. This shift promises to introduce a fresh dynamic within the team as both drivers aim for success in the evolving landscape of F1. Following Hamilton's announcement, he issued his first statement from Ferrari, expressing excitement and commitment to the team. Former driver Martin Brundle also chimed in, hinting at potential pitfalls Hamilton might face as he transitions into this new environment. The motorsport world is captivated, eagerly awaiting any developments. There's a lot of speculation about the upcoming 2025 season regarding driver numbers, team strategies, and liveries. Fans are curious to see what changes will come as teams gear up for a highly competitive year. With Hamilton poised to tackle the challenges ahead and the likes of Verstappen and Leclerc in the mix, the racing season promises to be exhilarating. Keep your eyes peeled for more updates as the grid gets ready for what could be one of the most thrilling seasons yet. Charles Leclerc is set to adjust his tactics as he prepares to face Max Verstappen in the upcoming F1 season. After observing Verstappen's unconventional strategies that seem to bend the rules, Leclerc is ready to adopt a similar mentality in 2025. Last season was a testament to Verstappen's fierce competitive edge. He had a strong start in 2024, guiding Red Bull to what appeared to be an easy title win. However, things became more challenging as Lando Norris from McLaren began to close the gap, making the title race more thrilling than anticipated. Verstappen showcased his resilience during critical moments, particularly highlighted by his dramatic victory at the Brazilian Grand Prix. It was here that he not only staved off Norris, but also solidified his championship run with a decisive win in Las Vegas. However, this journey was not without its controversies. At the Mexican Grand Prix, Verstappen faced two 10-second penalties after aggressive maneuvers that pushed the limits of acceptable racing practices. Reflecting on that event, he openly admitted his willingness to cross a line to achieve victory, a mindset that not all drivers share. In light of this aggressive approach, Leclerc is ready to embrace a similar style. He aims to demonstrate that he can also play the game of bending rules strategically when it counts. As Ferrari gears up for F1 2025, they harbor lofty ambitions to challenge McLaren and others after finishing second in the Constructors' Championship last season. A significant addition to the team is none other than Lewis Hamilton, the 7-time world champion, who will join Leclerc as a teammate. Leclerc recognizes the importance of timing and strategy in racing. He noted, "You've got to pick your battles," acknowledging Verstappen's skill in adapting to different race scenarios. There were instances in 2024 where Verstappen displayed restraint. However, as the season progressed and pressure intensified from Norris, he expertly navigated the rules to secure his position, strategies that Leclerc believes he can emulate. The essence of racing lies in the mental game as much as it does in speed and precision. Leclerc's respect for Verstappen adds a thrilling layer to their rivalry. They have known each other for years, and when they race against one another, the excitement amplifies. While Leclerc did not find himself in the title hunt last season due to Verstappen's dominant performance, he remains undeterred and ready to rise to the occasion when necessary. As the 2025 season approaches, it's clear that Charles Leclerc is prepared to intensify his challenge to Verstappen, armed with a sharpened competitive edge and a willingness to embrace the unpredictable nature of racing. The fans can look forward to an exhilarating showdown as these two titans of Formula One gear up for a season filled with potential drama and fierce competition. As we look ahead to the exhilarating world of Formula One in 2025, there's no shortage of excitement surrounding the driver lineup and the fierce competition that awaits. Former F1 driver Martin Brundle, now a respected pundit, believes that the upcoming season could be a classic. He points out that the breathing space Max Verstappen enjoyed in the previous season may no longer be as pronounced. With the convergence of car performance, an impressive roster of drivers, and teams equipped with speed and reliability, Brundle anticipates that the races will be incredibly close. He mentions the unpredictability of the current season and the potential for even more thrilling battles on the track in 2025. The narrative isn't just about Verstappen, though. There's plenty of speculation surrounding Lewis Hamilton's future, especially with discussions about a possible move to Ferrari. Hamilton is determined to prove he's still at the top of his game, which adds another layer of intrigue to the competition. And it won't just be Verstappen and Hamilton in the limelight. Liam Lawson's reflections on his rivalry with Sebastian Vettel reveal the intensity of competition within the Red Bull framework, proving that rivalries can take many forms in F1. Verstappen has also been identified as the grown-up in the room during the infighting at Red Bull, highlighting not only his driving skills, but also his leadership qualities. This balance between individual rivalry and team dynamics could prove crucial as teams strategize for the upcoming season. Moreover, teams are under pressure to improve in specific areas, and fans are buzzing with predictions about team liveries for 2025. With teams tweaking their looks and technologies, every detail matters on the road to success. Finally, as the new season approaches, questions about driver numbers and their significance will also captivate fans who are eager to see how these aspects play into the drama of F1. With so much unfolding, 2025 is shaping up to be a year to remember in Formula One. Stay tuned for what promises to be an incredible season. Red Bull Racing just watched Max Verstappen secure his 4th consecutive title in 2024. But with big changes on the horizon, questions are swirling about the team's future lineup. As Sergio Perez steps away after a disappointing season, the team is now on the hunt for a suitable successor. They surprised many by selecting Liam Lawson alongside Verstappen for the upcoming 2025 season, instead of the more experienced Yuki Tsunoda. Johnny Herbert, a former F1 steward and Sky F1 pundit, believes this decision might not be the best one for Red Bull. He argues that Tsunoda brings qualities that could push Verstappen even further. Herbert feels that Tsunoda has the potential to get much closer to Verstappen's level, making him the ideal teammate. It's crucial to understand why Herbert holds such a strong opinion. He noted Tsunoda's impressive mentality, highlighting his fearless attitude and vocal presence on the track. This kind of assertiveness and confidence is vital when competing at the highest level of motorsport. Herbert stated, "You need that type of mentality to go up against the best." Now, with the 2025 season starting to take shape, it's exciting to think how the dynamic within the team could evolve. Would Tsunoda challenge Verstappen directly? While Herbert isn't convinced Tsunoda would outright beat him, he believes that the competition between them would be close, which could ultimately benefit the whole team. As fans look ahead to the 2025 driver grid, it's evident that the combinations and rivalries within teams like Red Bull will play a significant role in the championship race. With the season ahead, all eyes will surely be on Lawson and how he adapts to his new position beside Verstappen. Will he rise to the occasion, or could Red Bull come to regret their choice when they had other options available? Only time will tell, but the discussions around this topic are certain to heat up as the season approaches. Stay tuned as we continue to cover all the developments leading up to F1 2025. Helmut Marko, the senior advisor at Red Bull, has made a bold statement regarding the team's choice of Liam Lawson as Max Verstappen's new teammate. Marko firmly believes that Lawson possesses the mental strength needed to hold his own against Verstappen, who has built a formidable reputation in the F1 circuit as a teammate destroyer. Many have come and gone, like Sergio Perez, Pierre Gasly, and Alex Albon, struggling to keep up with Verstappen's relentless performances. Marko elaborated on Lawson's potential, emphasizing that despite his limited Grand Prix experience, he offers significant room for development, making him an appealing choice for the team. With his mental strength, Lawson is the one who is most likely to be able to hold his own alongside Max, Marko commented, reinforcing his faith in Lawson's abilities. In contrast, the decision to replace Yuki Tsunoda was clearly a tough one. Tsunoda is recognized for his undeniable speed, yet he struggles with consistency and tends to be a more emotional driver on the track. Marko acknowledged Tsunoda's strengths, but concluded that Lawson's overall attributes were better suited for the team at this juncture. As the tension mounts in F1, Many are eagerly anticipating the dynamics between Lawson and Verstappen. Their collaboration could redefine Red Bull's strategies and performance this season. Meanwhile, Verstappen himself has been vocal about his feelings on the current drivers, including discussions surrounding Lewis Hamilton's potential move to Ferrari. With these rivalries intensifying, it's clear that 2025 is shaping up to be a thrilling year. Max Verstappen has been described as the grown-up in the room at Red Bull, especially during the tumultuous 2024 season. From the outside, this paints a picture of internal strife, but it also showcases Verstappen's leadership as he navigates the challenges posed by both his competitors and teammates. And speaking of competitors, Charles Leclerc aims to channel Verstappen's approach, ready to push the boundaries in a bid to thrive in the upcoming season. As the excitement builds, it will be interesting to see how these rivalries play out on the track and shape the overall championship landscape. Stay tuned as we keep you updated on all the latest developments leading up to F1 2025. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more exclusive insights. Lewis Hamilton's long-held dream of joining Ferrari is now closer to reality. This week, reports surfaced confirming the Ferrari F1 2025 car, codenamed Project 677, has undergone significant changes to accommodate Hamilton's arrival as the team adjusts the cockpit position. F1 pundit Martin Brundle has shared insights into why seating position in F1 is crucial, remarking that drivers can often feel trapped if their seating isn't right. Ferrari announced that Project 677 has successfully passed the FIA's mandatory crash tests, marking an important milestone ahead of the upcoming season. This comes right after Hamilton officially joined Ferrari from Mercedes at the start of January. Insights into the car's design reveal that Loic Serra, the chassis technical director and a former collaborator with Hamilton at Mercedes, is overseeing this crucial development. For Hamilton, the transition from Mercedes marks a pivotal chapter as he moves past the challenges he faced in recent seasons, particularly the controversial end to the 2021 season in Abu Dhabi. Within a remarkably short span, details emerged about Hamilton's surprising move to Ferrari, which he undertook amid significant speculation and excitement. A key transformation for the F1 2025 season is the return to a pull rod front suspension, mirroring designs used by McLaren and Red Bull in previous years. This change comes alongside moving the cockpit further back, aiming to enhance driver comfort, especially for Hamilton. In his recent seasons with Mercedes, Hamilton expressed frustration regarding cockpit positioning, a factor he described as a significant challenge during his winless campaign in 2023. During the Australian Grand Prix that year, he aired his concerns, pointing out that he felt too close to the front wheels, which negatively impacted his driving experience. Hamilton likened this experience to driving a car with the seats too far forward, criticizing the way it altered the car's behavior and made it difficult to predict its movement. The positioning left him feeling more vulnerable on the track, creating an unsettling driving environment. Reflecting on his struggles, Hamilton expressed his regret about agreeing to the team's direction regarding cockpit placement, revealing his perspective on what should change moving forward. His input and experience undoubtedly emphasized the importance of cockpit adjustments for the future of F1. While it remains unclear if Hamilton influenced Ferrari's decision to modify the cockpit position for Project 677, there have been reports of him visiting Ferrari's Maranello factory, further stirring speculation around his forthcoming role. Martin Brundle reiterates that even minor adjustments, like cockpit positioning, can greatly affect driver comfort and overall performance during races. He emphasizes that the seating position is paramount, a sentiment underscoring the critical role of ergonomics in the highly competitive and physically demanding world of Formula One. This season promises to be unprecedented, and with the significant changes at Ferrari, fans are on the edge of their seats, eager to see Lewis Hamilton in the iconic red after years of success in silver. The landscape of Formula One racing has evolved significantly over the years, especially when it comes to safety measures for drivers. In the past, drivers often found themselves in perilous situations due to the lack of safety considerations. Many drivers from earlier generations, like myself, and faced severe injuries because the cars were designed with the driver at the front to counterbalance the heavy engines and gearboxes located towards the back. Crash safety wasn't a priority back then. If an accident occurred, it was almost guaranteed that injuries would follow. Broken feet, ankles, or even legs were common occurrences. I can personally attest to that. Fast forward to today, and while the aesthetics of driving classic cars, like Ayrton Senna's sleek black and gold Lotus Renault Turbo, are breathtaking, they didn't prioritize driver safety. In contrast, modern cars, such as Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes, come equipped with robust safety features, including the Halo device and the HANDS device, designed to secure the driver within the cockpit. However, the feeling of being trapped inside can be overwhelming. Today's drivers adapt to this environment, gradually feeling safe within what initially appears constricting. Our central goal is to ensure the well-being of drivers, preventing tragic incidents in the name of sport. The evolution of car design has also changed significantly. Today's Formula One cars are longer and have different handling characteristics than those I raced. The pedals, the steering wheel, and the feedback from the car all contribute to the overall racing experience. A perfect illustration of this is how we used to share a spare car during race weekends. You could take it for a spin during warm-ups and then switch back to your primary vehicle. Although theoretically identical, each car felt different. Even the tiniest variations could be felt at the breakneck speeds we race at. Every detail is crucial when driving cars that are engineered to endure extreme loads. Looking ahead, an exciting event is on the horizon. Project 677 is set to launch on February 19th. This occurs just one day after Formula One's first ever collective season launch involving all 10 teams in London. Following this, 3 days of testing in Bahrain will take place between February 26th and 28th, gearing up for the start of the F1 2025 season, which kicks off with the Australian Grand Prix on March 16th. In the world of Formula One right now, there's a whirlwind of anticipation surrounding Lewis Hamilton's transition to Ferrari. He aims to prove he's still one of the best, quelling any doubts surrounding his performance. The excitement is palpable as Hamilton prepares for his Ferrari debut, and he even took to LinkedIn to announce his new role within the prestigious team. With the countdown to the new season ticking away, fans are eager to learn more about the upcoming changes to the teams and drivers. As we anticipate the start of the season, there will be plenty of speculation about what each team needs to improve, the driver lineups, and even those predictions about liveries that could reflect the throwback styles loved by fans. As we prepare for this new chapter in F1 history, let's keep an eye out for details on driver numbers, heights, and why they matter as the grid for 2025 gets finalized. It's a thrilling time to be a fan of Formula One, and the stage is set for an unforgettable season ahead.